run out to join the All Blacks. The start of this second half on this weekend of Autumn Nations games. Of course, France counting for Argentina last night, Ireland pumping Fiji this afternoon, Wales well beaten by South Africa also this afternoon. Of course, that's only if you're in Europe. Wherever you are in the world, hope you enjoyed those games. Two more to come as well, of course. Scotland against Australia just after 1:30 GMT on Sunday, and then England against Japan after 4 o'clock GMT on Sunday. Shrill blast of the referee's whistle, and we are off and running at the Allianz Arena, where it's dropped a degree or two on this Saturday night, late Saturday night in Turin. The question, Dowie Morris, is can Italy somehow score next, bridge that gap, and get back up to the emotional level of delivery of performance that we saw in the first half?
They can, they've just got to make less errors when they get into the All Blacks half. That's good, that's a good exit. Again, there's no access to that kick, so hence that's why they've got a penalty. They'll pump this up another 25 metres. But again, what's kept him in the game so far is the 105 tackles they've made. You know, against 36, that's how much possession New Zealand have had. With those, they've had 10 dominant tackles, which stops the All Blacks on the game line. They need more of that, more of the same. And now when they get down there, they need to be crystal clear in everything they do and don't drop the ball.
Little look on social media at half-time. It's never a bad thing to see what those at home are thinking, and probably the most succinct line I saw was from someone who said Italy seemed to do all the hard things really well and the easy things badly in that first half. And that is a correction of that trend, because the line-out wasn't good in those positions in the first half, and they've got that one right. Now, can they build on it? Here's Nacho Brex in midfield, or is it Vincent alongside him? Both wearing the same coloured scrum cap in midfield. It was Brex that carried, and Artie Sevilla had a little look at the referee, and the referee said that one's out, you can play for it. And that's a basic error from Italy, just not protecting the ball at the breakdown. Capuozzo did not have his best 40 minutes. We'll look to improve on that in this second half. Roygaard is there, but Pedrello, his opposite number, is the one who digs it out, and ball again not particularly well controlled. In fact, it's knocked forward at the breakdown, and those basic errors are the ones that Gonzalo Quesada will have been saying at halftime we got to stop making.
So coming back to your point, they're playing all the right notes, but not necessarily in the right area.
In the right tune.
But again, you see the format what they're doing from that line out. It was good. It was Brex into the middle. Then they don't put enough people in to secure the ball. Everybody's on the next movement. Well, the first thing in rugby union is you've got to protect that ball. New Zealand know exactly that move is coming. They do their analysing. They've got analysts that just stay up all night to do that. They know, again, Artie Surveyor just let two guys go over the top. He comes over, nicks the ball, and that's it.
If you're joining us late, that's the voice of Dowie Morris, former England and Lions scrum half, and having a little look around the stadium as a number of people have yet to take their seats. It was a 41,000 sellout the first half, everybody there, but it's gone a little quiet at the start of this second half. New Zealand get the advantage from that scum, and Roygaard has driven them, as will Satiti, deep into Italian territory. The referee says nothing accruing, so he's going to go back quite a distance to give them that penalty.
But that's why Roygaard is, for me, the coming man. He's now the present man. He gets you 10 more metres. He's like a back row forward. Again, Italy, you've got to bring him down quicker than that. Again, they've come back for the initial penalty, which again, this boy Barrett will just pop into the corner. They'll just build and build and build. Do the simple things well. Sean Fitzpatrick, the great All Black captain, that's the one message he used to say, do the simple things well. They're not going to go away from that. They've got gifted, talented players out there. They've got fantastic ball smiths. Again, just do it right.
Change for Italy in the front row. Simone Ferrari is in for Marco Riccioni. Confirmation of that, little shake of the head to suggest, well, A, he's not happy, or B, he's carrying an injury that's stopping him from continuing, because it is early in this second half for him to be called ashore. Italy, crucially, have the ball again. Negri to the All Blacks. Confirmation that that's a tactical substitution rather than the injury, so disappointment for Riccioni, obviously. Ball bounces, always a dangerous thing. Taylor took it going backwards, and as soon as he grabbed it, he got shoved in the back, but Talaya's picked it up, and he's into open country. New Zealand, Taylor back inside Talaya, that was forward. It's been very un-New Zealand-like in situations like that. We saw it from Jordan, we saw it from Leonard Brown and Ioane, and now from Talaya. They get in behind a defence, normally it's curtains, but they've missed the opportunity again.
Well, we've got a time off, so we're listening to the referee. I totally agree. They're just forcing it sometimes when they don't have to, and that's so un-New Zealand-like. We're not quite sure what this is for, but the TMO's come in. We're listening.
TMO call, want to show me a foul play by 5 black.
5 black.
I'm in front of the screen.
Patrick Tuipolotto is the man to keep an eye on.
Coming. Yeah, that one.
It's the assistant referee, the Georgian official Nika Amashkoveli.
Okay, let's go.
And the referees are mic'd up to the audience of the crowd.
Coming.
We'll watch on. That's Negri going in.
So, number 5, black. You have a contact to the head on the ball carrier. Number 6, white.
Can you freeze the frame at the point of contact?
So, freeze the frame on the point of contact.
I'm not seeing this switch yellow card. No, I'm starting at yellow card and going back with mitigation. So, Joel, I'm seeing a head contact, yes.
Yes.
It's a full play, yes. It's not benching out. I don't see a high level of danger, and I've got 2 tackles involved, a mitigation from the previous tackle will change the dynamic, so I will go for penalty.
Okay, so you don't want to reconsider the degree of danger?
No, I've got 2 tackles involved, so for me it's not high level, just a penalty against 5 because
so
there is 2
penalty
tackles.
against 5s.
Yeah.
It's on the 22s.
I've got a decision, Captain. It will be a penalty against 5. It's not bench enough, but it will be just a penalty because there is a previous tackle from your player, so it's a mitigation, just a penalty against 5. No, not bench enough.
C'est à 22 mètres et 20 mètres de la touche.
Decision is penalty only, and I know there are people sitting at home going, how is that not a yellow card, Dowie Morris?
Well, we've seen them give it as a yellow because, again, it's the shoulder of the big second row. Tuipuloto's gone into Negri's shoulder/head. Once the referee has said is that he was actually coming spinning out of it, another tackle prior to it. I agree with the people at home. It could have gone one way, it could have gone t'other. It's that slight inconsistency, but there is a mitigation that actually it came from the tackle before, so ref's decision.
That was a set play for Menoncello, and doesn't he do well? And the Italians have got to spring in their step again in this second half. Can they execute? Can they find a moment that might open this New Zealand defence? No better man than Capuozzo, and out wide it goes. Monty Ioane, crowd on their feet, willing Italy to that line. Capuozzo's going to try and do it all on his own. Lucchesi picks it up. Referee says that's all legal. Capuozzo again around the corner. He's running, he's driving, he's doing everything he can to get Italy to that New Zealand try line. Time for calm, cool heads. New Zealand go about their defensive work. 5 meters short now as Federico Rosa comes around the corner. There for Negri. He'll carry into a black wall. Can they execute? Vincent. Advantage being played. Free throw on the ice for Fischetti and co. Wide it goes again. Rosa just short. They keep knocking at the door. They just can't get it to open. That was brilliant from Capuozzo.
Well, again, you intervened. Gonzalo Quesada, and he said they're going to have fresh legs. Well, he is fresh. He hasn't trained for 10 days. Look at Negri. He wants the crowd. He wants this Juventus crowd on their feet. These boys are just driving forward. You think All Blacks have got their hands on the ball. It's a penalty. They keep going and going. Now what will they do? Will they take the three? No, they won't. They've got to pump this into the corner. But you are asking for somebody to actually light the fire. Capo Otso is that guy. He nearly got through on his own. He's involved 3 times. Now here we go.
Huge moment in this game, absolutely no doubt about it. Gianmarco Lucchesi and Italy simply must execute this line-out.
Backwards.
A little bit of a muddle, but they have the ball. Whatever the plan was, though, it stopped as they hit the ground, and Lucchesi finds himself, 7, 8, maybe 9 meters back now. All Blacks come forward. Dino Lam drives Italy forward almost up to the 5-meter line. Negri will carry all day for you. Arnie Sevilla told to get away from it. Eventually does. Pedrello. Hands might get them there. Zuliani wrapped up. Montijoani. Brilliant tackle from Sititi. Vincent. Scotty Barrett is the one to stand up now. Shooting forward is Lomax. Was he offside? Referee says yes.
Well, he is offside, yeah.
Advantage being played to the Italians. So close, but for a second time, New Zealand infringe. Now, will Monsieur Bruze have something to say, and will it involve the colour yellow?
I don't think yet, but he's going to tell them if that carries on, it will be.
We've got 2 penalties on the row of the red zone. Next one to be a yellow card.
There you go.
Offside, bad timing, early move. Number 3. When it was still in.
Great captaincy by Scott Barrett, just asking the referee, what was that for?
To tackle that part of the ball carry, just that late.
Yeah, but if you want to be rewarded for contest,
He's
tackle at to be
brilliant.
first.
Brilliant, just diffusing the situation. The crowd noise here is unbelievable. Right, last time they went to a 2-ball and tried to switch it into the middle of the line at Italy. We'll see what they do. I think if they get it correct, obviously the closer they throw it in, easier it is to get the ball. But again, the more attacking options are to the back of the line out. But I think they'll go 2-ball. They've just got to be careful. They've just got to get their timings right, and then they've got to get the drive right.
Well, Gonzalo Quesada said pre-match he wanted Italy to show up and give the Italian rugby public something to be proud of in their performance. Dino Lam goes to the air to try and cut this gap. 10 minutes into the second half. Lucchesi has it at the back of a maul that's gone lateral, not forward. Pedrello's going to be forced to use it. Nacho Brex.
Release!
Ball is loose and Sam Kane.
Got to be a yellow.
Offside from someone in black.
Assist tackle.
Well, there you go. Decision is for the referee to award the yellow card. He said it was coming if they infringed again. Offside, many of them. Leonard Brown is the one who sees yellow.
Well, he's taking one for the team again. You can see Brex, the captain, as ever. Follow me, lads, over the top without a tin hat. He'll take it in. Leonard Brown has just ripped it off the referee. It could be 1 or 2, but again, it's that he's taken one for his team. They've gone into the corner. It's the correct thing to do. The noise level is unbelievable, but they've got to get a score. They've got to get a try.
Time off. Which number?
It's going to be a change at
1 and 2.
hooker for New Zealand. Sapo Amua and also Ofa Tuongafasi will come in. Cody Taylor, Ethan de Groot will make way. Their first involvement in this game will be to try and defend against this Italian lineout.
Well, it looks like they're going for a 5-man lineout.
You feel already this is the game right here from an Italian perspective. Any chance They've got to convert. In goes Menoncello, in goes Brex, in goes Ioane. They're trying to move that ball forward, but New Zealand have done a stellar job defending. Now, where's the ball? Italy still feel they have it. Lucchesi, I think, in there, and he's driven forward. But the New Zealanders, through Amua, I think,
unplayable, scrum black,
have turned it over, and that was the perfect lesson in defending and attacking Maul.
The Hurricanes just come in and he's just diffused the situation perfectly.
Number 2,
again, if you're going forward, all they've got to do is just actually stop that ball getting back and hold it up. There's another big blallo. Dupavai comes on. Again, they're putting fresh legs on, they need to, but again, Italy have to score.
Just give a good picture.
Nicotera comes in for Lucchesi and hooker. Canone comes in for Rosa in the second row. And for the New Zealanders, Tupavai in for Patrick Tuipulotu.
What a game he's had. Rosa, unbelievable. Nicking balls. Again, at the centre, everything. Big carries, big tackles. That's what you wanted. Again, that's what you want from your engine room. One of the most experienced guys, and he's given it tonight.
Yeah, Federico Rosa.
We cannot move away.
50 caps and
too much
a shining star in that first half for the Italians. All that said, 15 against 14, 4 or 5 minutes of continued pressure, penalty after penalty, and nothing to show.
That's what great sides do. They just absorb it. They don't panic. They just put the bodies on the line. They go into defence mode, and that's it. There's a call that goes up, right, bang, thou shall not pass. And now they've just got to exit well.
Great scrum from New Zealand, exactly what the doctor ordered.
Angle. Tight head.
Buy him a pint in the front row. Tungafasi's just come on. Ao's come on. Again, the strength is there. They know, let's buy a pen. We've got the strength to do it. They've got the cohesion, and they've got the wherefore and what are, and that's it. You know, it's don't exit with using the fly half. We'll just get the penalty.
Yeah, Nicotera, Simone Ferrari under all sorts of pressure there. More is about to come because you can see Fletcher Newell being readied. TJ Perenara hasn't quite got to the point where he looks like he's coming on yet.
Give them 10 minutes at the end, that'd be nice. Last test match, led the fantastic Hacker.
2 meters.
Again, the reverence showed by this crowd was superb, same as in Paris last weekend, brilliant.
By Sam Cane. And New Zealand, having soaked it up, will now go in search of putting the final nail in any Italian resistance. As Mondi Ioane takes a kick from Bowden Barrett that was neither fish nor foul.
No, again, it's a kick to nothing, really. What it does is just actually put Italy back in their 22. But they've kept the back row of New Zealand very quiet, Italy. You know, Ali Savev hardly mentioned him. Satiti's been very quiet. And Sam Cane, I don't think you mentioned him once.
2 Italians going for this. And Capuozzo
Not on the ball.
got there. That had muddle written all over it.
Use it.
Pedrello with the kick. After it goes through that, and it was knocked forward by a New Zealand hand.
And that was Caleb Clark who did that. Again, if the old rules applied, he'd have had a free take of that ball. What happened is that the New Zealand guys, it was like the parting of the way. They had to get out of the way, which enabled him, and all of a sudden he sees someone in the corner of his eyes, then drops the ball. So what was really not a great kick from Pezzarello becomes a good kick. You can see straight away he's not comfortable. He doesn't know someone's competing against him. It's Trula. He gets up there. Okay, Nigre has to be somewhere in the shot. He's been everywhere tonight. Again.
There's confirmation of Fletcher Newell in, which means Tyrrell Lomax is gone, and at scrum half for Italy, Alessandro Garbisi the younger comes in for Pedrello, who's done well.
Time back on.
He's had a good platform. You've got to say the Italian forwards have scrapped for everything. Sometimes the ball hasn't been as clean as he's wanted it, and you know, it's a bit of a greasy service. But I agree with you, Ryan. He's been very good.
Set of brothers on both sides now with Alessandro Garbisi and Pablo Garbisi for the Italians, and Beauden Barrett and Scott Barrett for the New Zealanders. Of course, Jordy Barrett not available for this one. A knee injury last week has ruled him out. Jordy due to join Leinster.
Again, absolutely, yeah, but coming back to that penalty, stupid penalty again. It's the spiral bomb going up, which is very difficult to take sometimes. Kapawutsa does it. Again, you can't opt for another scrum after that. It was a penalty was given, a free kick was given from that scrum. You can't do that. You have to do something with that ball to make the play quicker. But again, I've got to say Barrett didn't actually strike that well. It wasn't the best of his kicks.
No, it hasn't been perfect out of the hand from Beauden Barrett tonight, no doubt about that. Will Jordan sets it up, and Roygaard gets New Zealand moving forward again to Vavai. All this time, remember, New Zealand playing with 14.
Tackle now! No, you trap him. Let him!
Trulla trying to get out of the way, and eventually does.
Okay, advantage, no arms tackle wide.
No arms tackle against an Italian defender. That's the sort of thing that's going to kill you. It just gives territory. And before that, it gives a free play, which Jordan finds the TT, and he flings it back to Scott Barrett. And then Beauden Barrett, who's retreating, trying to find... Oh, that's a really good kick. I mean, that is so good. He was like a quarterback in the pocket who went one way, went the other, had a little look to see what was downfield, and then executed the most wonderful kick out of hand. For 90 seconds after I said he wasn't kicking well out of hand.
I tell you what, he might have a future, that lad. I tell you. But again, they're coming back for the pen because that is the advantage. But great players see things that other people don't, and you know, a little chip over the top. Initially you think it's going to work, but it's that final pass that hasn't quite happened tonight for the All Blacks. But this will go right into the 22.
Quick ball. Make sure you don't trap players. Let the player leave. Don't trap them. Okay.
Scotty Barrett talking to the referee again, and the referee talking to Scotty Barrett. I think they'll be sending Christmas cards at this rate.
This was about Ikapolo Trulla on this side trying to get away, and shall we say being encouraged to stay in by Caleb Clark and others, and the referee just saying don't do that.
They're trying to buy a penalty, obviously, that's what they're doing, but you can't do it. You've got to roll from west to east or whatever it is, but basically you've got to be allowed to do that. The Blacks weren't doing that.
Sack is good on the first.
Look who's in the game, wearing 21 for New Zealand for the final time in black. TJ Perenara, who led the haka at the beginning, in for cap 89. What a servant, a cultural leader, a psychological leader, and a fantastic player to boot. But more on him later. Right now, it's about Italy's defensive effort, which continues to be first rate. And some of the players, led by Nacho Brex, encouraging the crowds to get behind them and continue to drive that energy into the team.
Well, it's getting a bit more even. 121 tackles against 83. That's 121 for Italy. But again, it's shoulder to the wheel stuff. They have to do it. They have to do it. Penalties conceded now. New Zealand 10. The average is about, what, 11, 12-ish, we say. So both teams are getting near that limit with 20 minutes to go. But that boy's on. He'll want to finish in some style.
And just on that penalty count, remember that Italy, after 15 minutes, had given away 5, and they've sorted that discipline out. 8 in total now, and the New Zealanders are the ones who've outstripped them in terms of penalties conceded. That's a competition, and I'm not sure who's won it. It may well have fallen on the Italian side. It is there for Garbisi. Alessandro Garbisi, that is. And Alessandro Garbisi again, and here's his brother who looks to step inside, and after it goes to Titi.
Here's it.
Well, I'd be trying to get this ball to Kapawutsa in a bit of space, not necessarily going up that blind side. There's not much space there, but getting. You can see he's just hovering behind the pack at the moment. But he seems to be the firework that you need to light.
Titi did a great job of getting there to block down the kick. What about this guy on this tour? We knew he was coming. We knew that he had the potential. I think it's fair to say he's lived up to that potential and beyond on this European tour.
Again, it's that coveted position. Okay. What does he want to be? Does he want to be the 7 or does he want to be the 8? He can play anywhere he wants, basically. He's playing 6 tonight. It's not necessarily, again, he's been quiet as Adi Surveyor has been. It's his ability in broken field to do the right thing at the right time, and he's got pace to burn. That's the difference.
Oh, that was brave from Brex to get there, but in getting there, he was hit hard and he spills the ball forward. New Zealand will get the scrum. All those little moments going the black way at the moment.
That's what a captain does. Follow me, lads. Again, they wear it like a badge of honour. It was a 50-50 ball. There's no malicious intent from both sides here. It's just overthrown, unfortunately. A bouncing ball. Who's going to go for it? Shoulder on shoulder. No problem. No problem. It'll hurt in the morning, I can assure you that. But at this moment in time, there's enough adrenaline coursing through your body on both sides.
Yeah.
Crowd believe that contact on Brex is something that the referee should be penalising. Well, that's what the whistling is for.
And this is TJ's area now. Look at him. He's already looking. So again, where's the left wing? Where's Ioannis sitting there? Adi Surveyor's in the van at the back. Is he going to go? I think you got a nice little blindside move going here. Or they want to buy a penalty. There you go. They got the power to do it.
They have complete control of that scrum now. Here's Perenara and Telea. Then he little dinks in behind and Capuazzo sweeps up at the back. But we're going to go back for the penalty.
And we'll listen in. The ref said enough for the front row.
We need to fix the problem of the scrum. New tight head is angling. The angle is not good when he's under pressure. Next time he will go to the bin.
Oh, we talk to the hooker?
Yeah. You can talk to the hooker and touch the tight head. Stay straight.
We have a problem at the scrum that we need to fix. I'm not sure how you fix the raw power coming through at you that you can't handle.
Again, these two, I think the two Kiwis have come off the bench. Tungafasi and now Amoa have made a heck of a difference there. They know it's their last 40 minutes of international rugby this year, as everyone does at the bench. You see McKenzie's coming on, everybody's coming on. Leonard Brown's coming back on. I don't know, I can't see at the moment.
No, Leonard Brown won't come in.
Yes.
Damien McKenzie on the left wearing 23 and David Havili.
Havili, that's it.
In some ways the forgotten man. Havili, with so much going on in the midfield, Havili back and getting his opportunity in the last 30 minutes or so. McKenzie, what a tour he's had. 12 points against France, 18 points against Ireland.
Where's he playing though? That's the key.
Okay. Time back on.
He's gone to 15 by the looks of it. Jordan's gone to the right wing. Talea's back down here on the left wing, off his right wing. It's all changed, but they're that talented, it doesn't affect them.
Almoa at the back of the maul. Adi Surveyor at the back of the maul, and they're moving forward again, and Perenara says, now I'll have it. And they'll look to execute McKenzie into the game, looking to make an immediate impact, bounces off 1, 2, maybe 3 men, and Cello eventually. Should have got one to drag him down.
Sorry, Ryan, he should have given that to Mark Telea. He did have a little bit of space on this left-hand side.
On they come. 17 points to 6. 62 minutes deep. That was the score at half-time.
No way! Off it!
No score in the second half. New Zealand looking to right that right now. Fletcher Newell. TJ Perenara, Sam Kane, nice hands. The Barretts combine and it finds its way out to Telea. And he fights for a yard or two. Garbisi holds on. McKenzie fires it out. Kane runs into a big tackle from Ferrari. Havili. Italy just tackle after tackle after tackle. Barrett looks to break through. Bowden Barrett, that is. McKenzie out wide. Ioannis stretched on Jordan. Kane on the All Blacks come. It's just a menacing wave of attack. And Italy retreat on each phase. Up comes Gardisi. Great tackle. Knocks McKenzie back and just takes a little bit of the pressure off his teammates, but only for a moment as New Zealand come again. Advantage being played. Eventually, a mistake from Italy. A tired Italy. How could they not be? In behind, the kick goes. It's a free play. It'll come to nothing.
Amazing. Again, just calm down, boy. Well done. It's just lovely to watch. Italy are just throwing themselves everything into it. Their souls are going into this game. You can see Cody Taylor scrum, go for the scrum. Again, they were playing a free play. The referees come all the way back down to this left-hand side, but again, it's the presentation of the ball. It's don't panic. TJ Paranara is back on there. He can just orchestrate things. But they know the next score is crucial. You got 15 minutes to go. You score a try from here, and again, as a contest, the game's gone. Italy's still got a chance, but it's a long way off.
135 tackles from Italy. Missed 23. 11 of those tackles dominant. It's something that they've prided themselves on. And when you're playing that blitz defense, you're going to miss tackles.
Yeah, and I bet Manicello is some of these guys have made big differences. The bench has been well done. But again, they've gone for what Cody Taylor wanted, was the scrum on that right-hand side, and now this is a delicious right-hand side as Perinara puts that ball back inside to Mark Talea. But again, it's tackle after tackle after tackle, balls coming out the back. It's the no-look pass from the captain, Barrett. McKenzie gets one again. Sam Cane gets one again.
Okay. Number 5,
There's a head injury to somebody, so Ruza has to come back.
Dino Lamb is being called out for a HIA, a head injury assessment. And Frederica Rosa will go in while Lamb goes through that assessment.
And again, looking at this blind side, you see, what do they want to do? Well, they've had the ascendancy in the scrum, especially in the second half, the All Blacks. So I think they'll hit in and get it going forward, and then it's what they do afterwards. You can see Ioane talking, is it to Garbrisi? They normally hide Garbrisi, the 10, for Italy on that sort of left-hand side. There's 2 of them there. They think it's going to go right from this scrum.
15 minutes ago, Italy were in this position at the other end of the field, and they couldn't convert.
And that's the difference.
They couldn't find a way to cross that line. Can the All Blacks do it? Out it goes to Talea, who tries to control it with his foot, but back we go for another penalty, and there's going to be a yellow card. And the man who's going to face the yellow card is Simone Ferrari.
The best name in this Italian team, Mr. Ferrari's gone. He's blown a gasket. He's taken one for the team. Oh, come on, you know me better than that. Not letting that opportunity go, but again, they will go for a scrum here without a shadow of a doubt. And this could be walking underneath the posts as a penalty try.
Okay.
Gonzalo Quesada looks on. International rugby can be very, very harsh, but again, the referee has warned them, as he did for the All Blacks.
So Marco Riccioni's going to have to come back in, because we need a qualified prop to scrum.
Okay.
And he's ready to come.
7 Blacks,
otherwise it goes to uncontested, and that's something the All Blacks don't want.
We need a prop.
They want this marching forward, controlled at the back by Adi Surveyor.
Pirelaka is in as well.
He was very impressive last week.
And it's Sam Cane who's going to make way. What a player, what a servant. Take a bow. Sam Cane, 104 international caps. Took over as a 7 and a captain from arguably the greatest ever. And this was a huge shirt to fill. And rightly, those that have played alongside him and those around the world that have supported him rise to their feet, as do the opposition, to recognise one of the game's greats.
It's almost this John Kerwin, fantastic glasses. I saw him before. He said, I can get you a pair of those. I said, no thanks. But again, that guy wears the 7 jersey. Mark Jones McCall, you know, all these great guys, and it's pressure to wear an All Black jersey. It's incredible pressure to wear a 7 on your back and then to become captain. So well done, mate. Have a great, I'm going to say have a great retirement. He's off to Japan, but what a servant.
So Kapawatsu's gone in order to bring Riccioni into the front position for this scrum. TJ Paranara is almost in the scrum. Out the back he comes. On it goes to Havili from Bowden Barrett. Italy continue to tackle for all their worth. Giuliani's on the wrong side. It's another penalty. And if the referee is of a mind, it'll be another yellow card.
I think that ball came out of the scrum a little bit too quick.
Teller. He's had slippy hands all day.
Offside. You got to remember.
The problem is, who does he give it against? I think he's just going to let this one ride, because if you send another prop off, you do go down uncontested. No, that wasn't for any scrum decision. That's just an attack, and here they go. I think this is the game here. The All Blacks going to score, and that's it.
Menoncello patched together and put back in the line.
Crouch! Burn! Set!
All Blacks will have another go at it.
Stay by.
With a one-man advantage. Popped up for Paranara. Barrett out wide. It slips up. That's another terrific tackle from Monty Ioane again. Need the replay to confirm it. Referee's got a call from his assistant.
Okay. Time off. We will check.
Well, you're not allowed to deliberately bat the ball away like in rugby
the ball
league.
outside or not?
Again, I was looking at the situation of...
Okay, we look at the action of the number 13 white.
Here we go.
So the first thing, the 15 black is not in touch.
Okay.
And then the 13 touches the ball with the head first.
Very touch with the head, so no foul play. We will start by scrum. Agree?
There is a no anger here. It's not deliberate.
Okay.
Not deliberate.
I've got a decision. Scrum black. Scrum.
Okay. It was Monty Ioane, by the way, and it was another fantastic tackle. Into the game wearing 20, Alessandro Isakor. And it's Giuliani who will make way. Giuliani's done some amount of work.
Yeah, he likes the physical, and that's what they've done tonight. They've dished it up. The Italians, they've dished up a bit of pain for the All Blacks. They've stopped him on the game, and they've not given him access to any areas of their side, and they've made them fight for every point they've got on that board, and it's not many. Last time these two teams, as you mentioned, 96 points to 17 in Lyon in that World Cup. That's how much they've improved.
No. There is no space. There is no space. Both on this side.
He's having enough of this front row.
Let's space.
Dear Bruzette, he'll be dreaming of him.
Well, we've been here now for 7 or 8 minutes, and New Zealand have had 3 bites of the cherry and not been able to swallow it. So let's see if it's, well, fourth time lucky for the men in black, because Italy have defended stoutly. But again, they'll be asked to do it, and the referee sticks out in an arm. Advantage Italy, he says, and New Zealand play on. And the irony is now the Chilean Co will find a way home but you've got to go back and ask
I think it's backwards.
if the arm goes out
Give it 12 times.
and then he puts it down.
When the ball
Well,
went
maybe
on
he
the
just
ground,
felt that something he
midfield,
thought
I
he
think
saw,
the ball went
he didn't.
backwards.
And Telea capitalizes, and that, for all intents and purposes, is the ball game.
It is indeed. I think as a contest, it's difficult for Italy to come back just with the territory and the pressure that you know that New Zealand have
So
exerted
he's
on it,
good.
and they will
No
carry on,
comeback
I'm
work
sure,
on
for the
the
next
record.
10 minutes. But
Can I have a...
I don't know whether he's looking at someone. He might be looking at that situation, but he's given the try.
Thanks, John.
We've got the shot clock in now.
Shot clock is there, and the crowd aren't happy. Bowden Barrett lines it up. Oh, that's a majestic strike. Absolutely beautiful.
I was just going to say you're booing the wrong bloke here, because again, he just phases it out. Great strike of the ball. This is it. They were buying a pen. They were going for it. It falls down in the midfield again. It's a hand from Brex. And that ball has gone forward from him. That's why the play-on situations allowed. Mark Telea, an immense finisher, try scorer, again, just seals things for the All Blacks.
Beaten more defenders in 2024 than any other player is Mark Telea, Tier 1 internationals, that is. And he caps it all off with the try that will seal the deal here against an Italian side that have delivered that performance that Gonzalo Quesada asked of them, which was to make Italian rugby proud of what they were trying to achieve. And I don't think, even with 9 minutes, 8 minutes left on the clock, it's safe to say they've done that.
Yes, you could see in his face it was a little bit of trepidation. He goes, the All Blacks have picked a great side, and we are, you know, we're relieved that they've done that. They're showing us the respect, but they know also what comes with the respect is, my goodness me, we could be on the end of a heck of a shellacking here. As again, we mentioned that World Cup game, but they haven't been. They've actually gone back to the form they showed in the Six Nations. You know, again, they're winning 2 games, drawing games, that's their best performance. They weren't great against Argentina in their first autumn series. They were better against Georgia. They found a way to secure that win, but they've performed superbly well tonight. And you can say whether the All Blacks, you know, are they on the best? It was their last game. They're already on the beach. They're already ordering the cocktails. Well, whatever. They've still, you know, had to fight for it, because, again, this Italian side have been very, very committed.
Set!
Feet to the scrum from Alessandro Gambisi, who then goes on a little run. Ball pops out on the All Black side. They look to turn defence into attack, and McKenzie downfield, and the All Blacks are coming. Brex did really, really well to get back there and be the first man to arrive, helped by a posse in white. And Isakor will play scrum half, and Italy will have to start all over again. And Negri, as always, is the one to eke out that first couple of yards.
And that's a game of 60 metres just from one simple mistake. And again, that's what the All Blacks will make you do. And straight away, McKenzie, he could have kept that ball alive, but the actually pragmatic thing to do is put the ball ahead of you. The chase is going to be there. Try and counter a ruck, and if not, you kick it out. Italy are kicking out from their 22, and we get the throw in at the line out.
Out of 15.
Perinara. Scott Barrett off to Wallace-Satiti. Perinara again.
Yes!
McKenzie, Satiti, hanging on is Marco Zanon. Up quickly again come Italy, and that one's gone forward.
Just getting a bit of flow into the game, and then it's just squeezes the pass out of the hand going forward. But again, they're not giving the All Blacks any time whatsoever on the ball. They've got to be absolutely clear, as Chris, as I said before, to get that pass away, because they're absorbing all their sort of air and all their space. Commitment has been phenomenal.
Thank you.
So it's off to the beach for the men in the Southern Hemisphere. for the next couple of months. 24 degrees in Auckland on Wednesday.
Oh.
They will head home to summer for a Northern Hemisphere course. Well, one more weekend of Autumn Nations as Ireland face Australia next weekend. And then it's into the club game for a couple of weeks. Of course, the Six Nations. Six Nations on the horizon, and Italy starts in that competition against Scotland away from home, a side they beat in the 2024 competition, and then they face Wales, the other side that they beat in the 2024 competition. So I think they'll feel, based on the performance tonight, and we all know about the momentum issue in a Six Nations, that if they can eke out a win, or maybe better than that, in the first 2 weeks of that Six Nations tournament, well, it's still a long way away, but that's going to be the goal.
But the one big thing, just to leave it at that, is that they'll reflect on their last game and the passion, the power, and everything they've shown. And they said, yeah, they come up short. Well, they're not the only one against the All Blacks.
Advantage.
They can be very proud of this performance.
From All Black.
Penalty.
Side step.
He's got good distance out of that, as Garbisi. And as the Italian pack trundle up towards that line-out, confirmation that Will Jordan has been selected by the host broadcaster here as the Autumn Nations player of the match. Probably didn't have an outstanding first half, but he's really come into his own in the second half. As Telea has a little dart across the line. Perinara, well handled by Fletcher Newell there. That one's gone over the head, but Italy have dealt with it. Monteoani's looked dangerous all day, hasn't he? As is Capuozzo when he got his jets on in this second half. Whereas this one ought to... This might break for Italy, you know. Menicello, race for the corner. Italy have their try. Do you think they like that here? You better believe it.
Well, that was just absolutely superb, and again, just what the Juventus crowd wanted. Mark Telea just pops it back inside. He was thinking of going to Ioane, it hasn't. Again, it's just a slip of the ball, and the guy that puts his body on the line defensively and has them with his captain, Ignacio Brex, scores the try and lifts the lid on this place. Just watch this for a celebration, and that shows what, again, Italy are going to take into the Six Nations.
Great try for Menicello, and Garbisi will look to add the additional two, which he can't. But the clock has a far better look about it in terms of the scoreboard part.
Thanks.
Tommaso Menicello, sixth international try, and one he will remember for a long, long time. Leonardo Marin into the game as Garbisi is the one who makes way.
No, leave it now, leave it.
Still a Garbisi on the pitch. Of course, here he is, Alessandro Garbisi. He's going to go to the air. Scott Barrett tried to get to him, couldn't, and that one out on the full was the decision. Just outside the 22 when the kick was taken. New Zealand will get the throw to the line out in the platform to immediately answer back. At the back is Scott Barrett. Here's Ardi Sevilla, who looking for a weak shoulder. You saw a little gap in between the two defenders. Just gets the momentum going forward again. Who's at the back of that again? Savea. Satiti. New Zealand 6-7 metres short. Savea once more has the presence of mind just to pop it up. Telea's after this one, and the ball will beat them all. Capuozzo has taken it quickly, and Italy are improvising from their own goal line. It's dangerous if it doesn't come off against the All Blacks, and Bowden Barrett punishes them completely. Capuozzo couldn't resist, and Barrett said, thank you very, very much. I'll take that one on my summer holiday. "45 international tries, hard to believe. From here, well, the danger had passed. Capuozzo said we're going to play. You could see the idea, the execution, not what it needed to be. And you just can't do that. You just can't do it at this level, particularly against this team. Barrett can't convert. 29 points to 11. We'll have one more play. One more play for Sam Cane to watch. One more play for TJ Perenara to take part in.
Backwards.
Italy have it again. Can they finish with a flourish? Got DC. They've played from minute 1 to minute 81, but they've knocked it forward, and that will be the final act of a game that had